Hi, everybody. Allison from Moonwillow Tai Chi here. And this is part 2 of our hand and finger exercises for carpal tunnel, arthritis, and trigger fingers, and also trigger thumbs. We're going to cover trigger thumbs in this segment here. So we'll do a few things we did in the first video. And if you haven't seen the first video, I recommend you go to that one. There's a lot of good exercises there too. This will be kind of an expanded version of that. So I hope you enjoy what I have to show you here. We're first going to focus on the wrists and on carpal tunnel. So our first one is wrist rolling. So you want to be sure you really rotate from your wrist on this one, make a circle with the hand, and really rotate from the wrist. Because what we want to do is rotate one hand over the other like a spinning wheel. All right, so you really want to move from your wrist and not just this with the hands. So make sure you really get that full rotation from your wrist, rolling forward like a spinning wheel. I'll turn to the side here. So you want that kind of action going on with your wrists. So you're going to feel the forearms working and warming up the wrist joints, ligaments, tendons, everything's working here. And a good massage of all the workings in the wrists here. Very good. So I'm going to rotate for several times. And then reverse direction. Wrist rolling. Very good. Again, several times backward. So really feel everything working. All right, very good. Our next one is from the Wild Goose Qigong, and this is Wild Goose hands. We're just simply going to flutter the hands, loosening up the joints, moving up and down, up at angles. And this really energizes fingers, wrists, and arms. Gets a lot of energy flow into the hands, loosens things up, like a bird testing its wings. And let's come up the sides here. So you adjust the angle of the flutter, give your arms a little more interesting movement. You can also turn and flutter one up in front and one to the side, one in front, one to the side, turning the body slightly. Wild Goose hands here. Very good. And relax. Okay, so that's Wild Goose hands. Next is wrist flapping. So just simply flapping the wrists. It's kind of similar to the goose hands, but just a little more of a flap here, a little more movement. Good for carpal tunnel. And then flapping up. Now this flapping upward is also good for opening your heart meridian, energy channel in the body. And you can alternate flapping like 10 to 20 times, going down, and then changing to back up. And then down. And then back up. So that's wrist flapping. So you really feel a lot of movement, even up into your arms and shoulders. So a lot of muscles are working on these. Okay, next one is called Monkey Plucks the Fruit. And this one really helps work all the joints, all the ligaments, the muscles, everything. We're going to inhale, bring one hand up, and then exhale, snap out and back into a whip position. So all the fingers meet the thumb, and you feel the stretch here at the wrist. And it's important to move from your wrist, not your elbow. So make sure you're coming up, inhale, exhale, out and back, inhale, exhale, out and back, like a monkey plucking the fruit before anyone sees him doing it, right? Snap out and back. It's also similar to a cobra, so snapping out and back. So really get that rounded position of the hand. All fingers meeting the thumb. We'll feel all the muscles in the arm working here. Snap out and back. Snap out and back. Monkey plucks the fruit. Let's do 2 more on that hand. Very good. And relax. Now the other arm. Inhale, exhale, out and back. Inhale, exhale, out and back. Monkey plucks the fruit. Good for your reflexes too. Snap out and back. Snap out and back. Try to get this shape in your hand. Call that the single whip position in Tai Chi. Snap out and back. Move from your wrist, not the elbow. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 2 more. That is monkey plucks the fruit. All right, very good. And our next one is a fist squeeze and spread. Squeeze and spread. Squeeze, really squeeze and spread. Squeeze and spread. That brings a lot of circulation into the hands. And spreading those fingers out, that really helps spread things. We rarely spread our fingers all the way out to get that full extension, but we want to try to do that. All right. Very good. Now, if this is too hard, as far as if you've got a lot of like really long fingernails and it's kind of painful to make fists with your hands, you can alternately flick the fingers. And you want to flick from your wrists. So similar from that monkey plucking the fruit, flick from your wrists. All right, nice and rapid. The fingers really warm up. Gets a lot of circulation into the hands. Very good. Great for arthritis. And relax. You're going to feel lots of tingling here. So what we're going to do next is we're going to touch each finger to the thumb and come up. Touch and up, touch and up, touch and up. So this is what I call finger calisthenics. And it's important that you're making a round shape, not a flat shape, but a round shape, and back up. We had this in our first video too. That's always a good one to do. Each finger taking a turn, touching the thumb, coming right back up. And you will feel it all the way down to your elbows. Very good. Finger touching up. All right, and relax. You can shake your hands out. All right, so next one is the finger rolling. All right, so we've got our finger rolling routine, which we did on the last one too. There's different ways you can do this. You can just start with one hand. If you're brand new to it, start with one hand and flatten your hand out, all right, and roll one finger in at a time and unroll one finger at a time and alternate which hand you start with. And take your time. It can be a little hard to coordinate the fingers. They may not want to cooperate. So do the best you can do and take your time. It's good for eye-hand coordination. This works your brain as well as the finger joints here. All right, you try the other hand, same thing, flatten it out. Roll one in at a time, unroll one at a time, roll in and roll out. You can go fast, you can go slow, whatever it takes. Do the best you can do. All right, and then of course the test is putting them together, but before you put them together, try to do both hands apart. So this is different from the first video. So do them apart from each other. All right. And then next, the challenge, of course, is connecting elbows to the wrists, to the pinky tips. All right. And we flatten hands out like you're holding a pie. And roll one finger in at a time across both hands, then unroll one at a time across both hands. Alternate which side you start with. Do the best you can do. Try to get a nice smooth roll if you can. It might be a little jerky at first, but that's okay. It's all good. The attempt is good. It all counts. I don't mind Kevin, who walks in and out of this video here. We Tai Chi with cats here in Moon Willow, so we just let them go in and out. Very, very good. You're going to feel everything working all the way into the forearm here. So finger rolling, that's one of my favorite ones to do. All right, now next, we're going to work on our trigger thumbs. All right, so you can place your hands on a table, on a flat surface if you want, or just use your legs, that's fine too. So what we want to do is we start with the thumbs against the fingers here, and then open them up really wide as you can, and feel that stretch right in here, right in that webbing there. So hold that stretch for about a count of 10. And then back in. And open out. And hold. About a count of 10, and then back in. Open and hold. And back in. Open and hold. Nice thumb stretch. And back in. Very good. So do that about 10 times, holding for a count of 10. And then you can also lift. So that's our next stretch, is lifting the thumbs up and holding that stretch. So lift them as high as you can. And then down and back in. Open and lift. So lift them up high and hold. Down and in. Out as wide as you can, and then lift. Very good. And down and in. So again, you want to repeat that about 10 times, holding for about a count of 10. These are great stretches for trigger thumbs. All right. Okay, now for trigger fingers, this one we touched upon in the first video. It's from our water pump exercise. You place the fingers flat on the leg and press the fingers flat against the leg, and make sure you have a firm hold here. You want to lift up right to the knuckles. So you want to brace the fingers down right up to the knuckles here. You're going to bring the hand down and then up. And you want to really feel that stretch and hold. So you hold for about 10 to 15 seconds. So feel that stretch of the wrist and feel the stretch at the knuckles. And then down again. And then lift and hold for about 15 to 20 seconds. So do about 5 repetitions of this. You can do this about 3 times a day. Good. If you're wearing a splint, just remove the splint to do these exercises and then put the splint back on. Very good. So again, 15 to 20 from the water pump exercise. Very good. Now the other side. Let's do the other side. So press the fingers against the leg. Hold them firmly against the leg. All right. So make sure you hold here, not here. So make sure you've got those fingers pressed firmly against the leg. Then wrap the palm on the outside. And then lift and hold. All right. Again, 15 to 20 seconds. And then down. And then lift and hold. So again, about 5 repetitions, holding for 15 to 20 seconds. And do this about 3 times a day. So if you have trigger fingers, this is an excellent stretch. Very good. Excellent. All right, for trigger fingers and trigger thumbs. All right, very good. And what we can also do is a little massage of the fingers. After all that work, you might want to give them a little massage. So what we do is we start right at the base of the pinky, and you have the thumb here and the fingers here. And we're just going to rub and pull and go out. Pull from the base and out. Pull and rub and out. And it releases energy, releases any stagnant energy. Now from the other finger now, about 3 times each finger. Pull gently as you rub and then out. From the base, out. Now if this is too painful for you to do, then I would find someone really nice in your life to do this little finger massage for you. Rub, and of course our professionals that do this as well. So If you must go to a professional, it's quite nice to have a little finger massage. Very good. So about 3 times each finger. Release. Release. So Tai Chi is all about, moving energy, releasing any pent-up energy. When it comes to thumbs, if you have trigger thumb, you have that little knot down there, you can give that a little massage first and really work that. And then do the thumb too. So again, Tai Chi helps you release stagnant energy and keeps that energy flowing the way it should through the body. Feels really good. All right, now the other hand. 3 times each finger from the base on out. Gentle pull and a rub. Right from the base, working thumb and finger. It just feels real good. Good. So 3 times each finger. It's a little finger massage. Thumb 2. And if you have trigger thumb, rub at the base first for a while. Do that finger massage on the thumbs for quite a bit. All right. I had trigger fingers, or actually trigger thumbs. Both of my thumbs triggered last year as I was going through menopause. So my joints were really reacting to that. But I got my thumbs back, and I got them back from my exercises. So I hope these are successful for you too. I hope you enjoyed this. I thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. This with the right hand, cover with the left. That's the sun and moon. And have a beautiful day. Thank you.